Hi, I'm Chris.
And Virginia Kelly.
And our project is Cork Grinders.
My name's Virginia. I'm a paramedic. I've been a paramedic for 8 years now. I started being a paramedic because I witnessed one of my family members being treated rather poorly by medical professionals, and I figured if I joined this field, then I could do some good and treat some people a lot better than I witnessed her being treated. So now I've been doing it for 8 years and I love it, and I'll probably continue to do it for probably at least on a voluntary basis for the rest of my life.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm a fireman in Houston. Being a fireman started out something as a childhood dream. I grew up, my grandfather was in the fire service for over 50 years. I got to watch him in action, as he not only was in the fire service, but helped develop EMS in a small town where we lived. My father followed in his footsteps for a brief time until he became a police officer. So growing up around my family in the public safety industry was kind of a norm. So as soon as I got the first taste of it at 17 as a junior firefighter, I was kind of hooked. I knew at that point that's what I'm going to do. I stumbled upon CrossFit. Somebody said, hey, go check out CrossFit.com. I think I was reading a fitness magazine at the fire station one day, and went and checked it out online and just saw this awesome workout program. So I started doing some workouts based off the main site, as we call it in CrossFit, and following the website each day. And I would do it at the fire station, I would do it in my garage at home, and just fell in love with it.
I started watching Chris do these insane things in the driveway, and he had a name for it. He was calling it CrossFit. He was throwing medicine balls on our roof and throwing barbells around, and I just thought he was insane.
And so the end result was me, my performance on the fire ground just went through the roof. I was able to do my job, whether it was lifting a patient or dragging a hose into a burning building. I felt great. I wasn't exhausted, I felt like I could keep going. So after talking with a few people out in the Baytown area, we realized we didn't have anything like that around here. So if you wanted that, you had to drive 45 minutes to an hour, either way, north or south, east or west, just to find that. So that's when a few of us got together and said, you know what, let's bring this to Baytown.
I wanted to stay involved with what he was passionate about, and he was passionate about CrossFit. So I kind of started tagging along with him when him and his business partner opened this place. And after a few months, I realized that I was so much stronger, and I was losing weight like crazy and gaining muscle. I was able to chase my little boy around. As before, I was just exhausted all the time. So that's why I started doing it, and I think it's made us stronger as a couple.
I'm so thankful that Chris and Virginia Kelly had brought this type of fitness to this area because it needed it. And I think in this area of either Channelview or Baytown needed something like this to bring up the fitness, bring up challenges, because CrossFit, every time you come, it's a challenge.
Cork Grinders is a project that my wife came up with. She visited Atlanta. She was doing a CrossFit training session out there.
I came across this coffee shop that I thought was strictly coffee, and I walk in and they have a wine list and wine glasses, and it's just a very posh, sexy little coffee shop, and I thought, this is amazing. I love coffee, I love wine. I wake up in the morning, first thing I do is drink my coffee. At the end of the day, and I need to unwind, I usually go and cork a bottle, and that's my little escape at the end of every crazy day. And I was amazed that this place had both. I love the environment morning or night, and I thought I'd love to bring that here. I'd love to bring that home and share that with my friends, and share that with the folks in Baytown.
I saw what we've done in CrossFit by developing a community, and it hit me. Cork Grinders could serve the same purpose of providing community to people that enjoy, fine coffee, fine wines, fine craft beers. And thus, the Cork Grinders concept came about. So Cork Grinders is going to be different in several ways. First is a service, right? We want to hire people that are enthusiastic, that want to be there, that have a passion for what they're doing.
Every other place in this town caters to people just blowing through. Just drive through, grab your cup of coffee and get on. I want some place where people feel like they can sit down and relax and just enjoy their surroundings.
The other aspect I'd like to see with Cork Grinders is the community. You know, it's more than just a place you come, you drink a glass of wine, you get your coffee in the morning and go. We want it to be a place where you can come back and you can hang out there.
I love the idea of having artists come in and teach people how to paint. People go 40 miles away for this. It's insane.
You can feel comfortable, you know, that you're not getting kicked out. You can feel comfortable that you know people around you. We want to do that through community events. So, you know, have monthly, you know, coffee connoisseur classes, if you will. We want to have a monthly white wine tasting class.
We want, you know, good music, good live music. There's a lot of artists here in Baytown. That right across the road, we have a college with a large art department. People want to see art and they want to see live music, and that's what we want to provide a venue for.
And so we've had a huge response from a lot of people here saying, man, we're ready for something like that.
I'm Scott Sheely, and I'm Baytown City Councilman for District 2 here in the historic section of our city, the downtown area. I've been on council now for 16 years, senior most member, and just finished a term as Mayor Pro Tem. Cork Grinders is going to be a phenomenal fit to the ACE District, which is the arts, entertainment, and cultural area for our downtown. It is something that we really do need. It's that one thing that's going to put us over the top. It's going to make downtown a destination, and that's what we've been looking for, those type of businesses. Chris and Virginia are bringing so much excitement to this area that I just can't wait for it to open. I can't wait for it to be a thriving business down here, and it just fits, as I said, our ACE District concept.
We're anticipating the opening of Cork Grinders here in Houston. Baytown has nothing like this. I am with one of the largest wholesalers here in Texas, and I have been providing wine for the last 2.5 years to this territory. Cork Grinders is an innovative, great idea for this area.
So part of our vision with Cork Grinders is, you know, developing community, and that's not just with our customers, it's with our community partners in the area.
It's extremely important to us that we, having already established a local business, that we are involved in trying to support other local businesses.
Our #1 stop that we made when we started this with a place called Yepes Vineyards, and we're very excited to be working with them because they are local. You know, they live in the area, and it's a homegrown vineyard producing wine.
We've looked into having a local baker produce all our pastries, a local coffee producer to supply our coffee.
Our coffee company is bred here in Houston. You know, the first time I visited them, they took me through their whole operation like I was family. And to do business with these types of people, you know, means a lot to us. And that's more important than, you know, using some type of big corporate name that has no face to it. So we want to make sure that, you know, as we grow as a business, that we bring our friends and our community partners along for the ride and help each other out. Because I believe, you know, if we go with the mission of helping each other instead of just worrying about ourselves, we'll see way more success, you know, than the latter. So we're looking for your help for several things. We have an older building that's built in the 1920s. We got some of the renovations we have to do to get Cork Grinders up to the standard that we want to see. It's going to take quite a bit, and so that's where you come into play, and we really use your help. We also want to take a few things up, you know, and take it beyond just what, you know, the concept of Cork Grinders is going to be. We have a little really neat area upstairs. It's about 800-900 square feet, and it actually used to be the film room for this building, which used to be the Texan Theater. And this was back in the 30s when Texas Avenue was at its height. And so this old film room is a really neat building, a neat room that we want to utilize, you know, for private functions, you know, wedding showers, baby showers, corporate functions. And that's one of those that, you know, is going to require a little bit extra. We also, you know, we're going to need a little more assistance in trying to develop something that we've never seen anywhere else, and using some technology to replace certain things. You know, our lack of drive-through. You know, we look to kind of supplement that with a nice, you know, iPhone app to where you can order your coffee, you know, without having to come inside. Or if you're in a hurry, you can send your order in, you know, and our baristas can rent it out to your car. And so these are some of the things that, you know, we definitely could really use your help with. So really excited about the rewards that we're going to be giving out, you know, as a result of your assistance. We got some really cool products that even if you're not a local and you can't come experience Cork Grinders for yourself, they're things that you can have a taste of Cork Grinders. You can have a piece of Baytown, Texas, even if you live on the East Coast of the United States. We have several special things from the different various people working with, from Cat's Coffee, has some very special things they're going to be contributing to, and it'll be kind of your own piece of Cork Grinders that you get at home for helping us.